Welcome to the channel, where we break down timeless wisdom and practical strategies to help you master your mindset, your communication, and ultimately, your relationships. And today, we're diving into a topic that's bound to challenge how you think about attraction and interaction. In a world where everyone is fighting for attention, high-value men stand out by doing the opposite. They know when and how to pull back. But this isn't about playing games or manipulating emotions. It's about mastering the art of presence and absence. It's about understanding how to communicate powerfully by knowing when to speak, and more importantly, when to hold back. In this video, we'll explore how high-value men use the principles of restraint and self-mastery to not only communicate effectively, but to stay on her mind long after the conversation ends. From subtle strategies to timeless Stoic insights, you'll learn how to ignore a woman like a pro, not out of indifference, but out of confidence and purpose. Let's dive into the mindset of a high-value man and discover how this approach transforms the way you talk to women, creates intrigue, and builds genuine attraction. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this. When you master the art of communication, especially as a high-value man, you unlock a powerful way to connect with others and leave a lasting impression. Today, we'll explore how Stoic principles can guide your interactions with women, making you unforgettable while maintaining your sense of purpose and integrity. Lesson 1. The power of purposeful speech. High-value communication begins with understanding why you speak. For Stoics, words were tools to convey truth, not to manipulate or impress. A high-value man approaches conversation with clarity, intention, and a focus on the present moment. Here's how to apply this principle. Speak with intention. When you speak, make sure your words align with your values. A high-value man doesn't just talk to fill silence. He communicates to build understanding and connection. Example: instead of asking superficial questions like, "What's up?" say, "I was thinking about something you mentioned the other day. What's your take on it now?" 2. Practice active listening. Truly listening is one of the most attractive qualities. It shows respect and builds trust. Women remember men who make them feel heard. Focus on what she's saying without formulating your reply. When she finishes, pause briefly to absorb her words before responding. Example: if she's sharing a challenge, respond thoughtfully. "That sounds like it's been on your mind for a while. How have you been handling it?" 3. Avoid overtalking or seeking validation. Stoics taught the value of restraint. A high-value man doesn't dominate conversations to prove his worth. He lets his confidence and actions speak for him. Avoid excessive compliments or over-explaining your thoughts. For instance, instead of saying, "I really liked your idea, it was amazing, and I think it's so creative," simply say, "Your idea was impressive, it made me think." Leave space for mystery. A high-value man knows that not everything needs to be said. Sharing too much too soon can dilute intrigue. Stoic restraint teaches us to choose words wisely, allowing curiosity to build naturally. Example: if she asks about your day, don't unload every detail. Instead say, "It was productive. I'll tell you more about a cool project I'm working on when we have more time." Balance assertiveness with empathy. Being assertive doesn't mean being overbearing. High-value men communicate their needs clearly while considering the other person's feelings. Example: instead of saying, "I don't like when you do that," reframe it, "I feel better when we approach it this way. What do you think?" Purposeful speech is about creating meaningful connections without losing your sense of self. Every word you say should reflect who you are and what you stand for, leaving a lasting impression without trying too hard. Lesson 2. Mastering emotional presence. To stay on someone's mind, a high-value man doesn't just rely on words. He masters the art of emotional presence. Stoicism teaches us to be present in the moment, free from distractions and preoccupations. Women are drawn to men who can fully engage with them, creating a sense of emotional connection and safety. Be fully present. Most people listen to reply, not to understand. A high-value man focuses entirely on the conversation, putting his phone away, maintaining eye contact, and staying engaged. Example, when she's sharing her thoughts, respond with curiosity. That's interesting. What led you to feel that way? 2. Control your emotions. Stoicism emphasizes emotional regulation. A high-value man doesn't let his temper or insecurity dictate his interactions. He remains calm and composed, even during disagreements. Example, if a conversation becomes tense, instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment and say, "Let me think about that for a second. I want to make sure I respond thoughtfully." 3. Mirror. Positive energy. Reflecting someone's positive emotions builds rapport. Pay attention to her tone and energy, and subtly match it to create a sense of alignment. Example, if she's excited about something, share in her enthusiasm. "That sounds amazing. I can tell you're really passionate about this." 4. Show. Genuine empathy. Empathy is more than listening. It's about validating her feelings and showing understanding without judgment. This creates trust and makes you memorable. Example, if she expresses frustration about work, avoid solving her problem immediately. Instead, say, "That sounds frustrating." How do you usually deal with situations like this? 5. Demonstrate patience. Rushed conversations feel shallow. Take the time to let discussions unfold naturally, even if it means sitting in silence occasionally. Women notice and appreciate this attentiveness. Example, if there's a pause in the conversation, resist the urge to fill it. Let her decide when to continue. It shows you're comfortable with silence and confident in the moment. Build emotional safety. Emotional safety means she feels she can be herself without fear of judgment or ridicule. This stems from your consistency and openness. Example, if she shares a vulnerable story, respond with support. "Thank you for sharing that with me. That must have been difficult." Emotional presence is about creating a space where someone feels valued and understood. By mastering this skill, you make every interaction memorable and impactful, leaving her thinking about you long after the conversation ends. Lesson 3. Confidence through self-mastery. High-value men don't demand attention. They command it through their sense of self-assurance. This confidence doesn't come from external validation, but from mastering their own thoughts, emotions, and actions. Stoicism teaches that true power lies in self-control, and this principle applies directly to how you communicate with women. Know your value. Confidence begins with understanding your worth. A high-value man doesn't seek approval from others. Instead, he operates from a place of self-respect. Example, avoid phrases like, "Do you think I'm good enough for this?" Instead, reframe it, "I'm confident in my ability to handle this." 2. Speak clearly and directly. Women appreciate clarity and decisiveness. Stoics valued truth and simplicity in communication. No need for flowery language or overcomplication. Example, instead of saying, "I think it would be nice if we could maybe hang out sometime," say, "I'd like to spend time with you this weekend. Let's make it happen." 3. Don't fear rejection. Stoicism teaches that external outcomes are outside our control. A high-value man focuses on what he can control, his effort and mindset. Example, if she declines an invitation, respond with grace. "No problem at all. Let me know if you change your mind." Maintain composure. Confidence is often tested during disagreements or uncomfortable moments. Staying calm and collected demonstrates your strength. Example, if she criticizes you, avoid defensiveness. Say, "I see your perspective. Let me think about that." 5. Project authentic confidence. True confidence doesn't come from boasting or trying to impress. It comes from being authentic. Women are drawn to men who are comfortable being themselves. Example, share your passions and interests without exaggeration. If you love reading philosophy, say, "I find Stoicism fascinating. It's helped me navigate challenges in life." 6. Avoid needy behavior. Needy actions stem from insecurity. High-value men give space in relationships, creating a sense of independence and mutual respect. Example: instead of texting her constantly for reassurance, trust that she values you and let her come to you. Practice humility. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance. A high-value man recognizes his strengths while remaining open to learning and growth. Example: if she shares knowledge about something you're unfamiliar with, say, "That's interesting. I didn't know that. Tell me more." 8. Let actions speak louder than words. Stoics believed in demonstrating principles through actions, not just words. Confidence is most evident in how you carry yourself and treat others. Example: instead of talking about your achievements, let her see your work ethic, kindness, and integrity in action. Confidence isn't about being loud or assertive. It's about having quiet, unshakable self-belief. Through self-mastery and authentic communication, you'll leave a lasting impression without ever needing to seek approval. Lesson 4. Creating emotional depth through vulnerability. A high-value man is not afraid to show vulnerability because he understands that it's a strength, not a weakness. Stoicism emphasizes self-awareness and the courage to confront one's emotions honestly. When communicated effectively, vulnerability fosters trust, intimacy, and emotional connection, making you unforgettable. 1. Understand the balance of vulnerability. Vulnerability doesn't mean oversharing or seeking pity. It's about expressing emotions in a way that reflects self-awareness and strength. Example: instead of saying, "I feel so lost, I don't know what to do," reframe it, "I've been reflecting on some challenges recently, and it's been a growth experience for me." 2. Share your values and beliefs. Women connect deeply with men who have clear values and aren't afraid to share them. Stoicism encourages aligning your actions with your principles. Example: talk about what matters to you. "One thing I really prioritize is staying true to my word. It's something I've always valued." 3. Talk about challenges and growth. Sharing how you've overcome obstacles shows resilience and depth. It humanizes you and makes you relatable. Example: "I wasn't always confident speaking up in groups, but I've learned that preparation and staying calm make a big difference." 4. Listen without judging. When someone opens up to you, respond with empathy and without trying to fix their problems immediately. This creates emotional safety. Example: if she shares a personal story, say, "Thank you for trusting me with that. It means a lot that you'd share it." 5. Be selective with what you share. While vulnerability is powerful, sharing too much too soon can overwhelm or make the conversation feel forced. Pace your disclosures naturally. Example: if the conversation turns to past relationships, focus on lessons learned rather than unresolved issues. "One thing I learned is the importance of communication and mutual respect." 6. Express gratitude and appreciation. Acknowledging what you value in others, including her, shows emotional intelligence and sincerity. Example: "I really admire how you handled that situation. It shows a lot of strength." 7. Be comfortable with emotional conversations. Many men avoid emotional topics, but a high-value man embraces them with composure. Discussing feelings shows maturity and emotional depth. Example: if she talks about her dreams or fears, respond with encouragement. "That's a bold dream, and I admire your courage in pursuing it." 8. Avoid the fear of appearing weak. True strength comes from facing your emotions head-on. When you show vulnerability, you demonstrate confidence in who you are. Example: there was a time when I doubted myself a lot, but I've worked on building a stronger mindset. It's been a journey, but it's been worth it. 9. Use vulnerability to build trust. Trust grows when both people feel they can be open and genuine. By sharing your emotions, you invite her to do the same. Example: I really value honesty in relationships, even when it's not easy to share. It's something I try to live by. Vulnerability is a cornerstone of emotional connection. By embracing and expressing your emotions authentically, you demonstrate strength, self-awareness, and the ability to create deep, meaningful relationships that leave a lasting impression. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos on Stoicism, relationship, and personal growth. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more insights on how to elevate your life and relationship.